Okay, just introduce you to the stuff that we've got here. We've got the blender. This is for blending up your sauces mainly. We've got the juicer, which is for the juicing of your vegetables. And of course the raw salads that we're going to make up here for you now. I'll start by doing a juice because then you might be able to get a taste of things and you won't get so nervous. But the only thing that'll let you down in the raw food and the juicing is yourself. If you follow the raw foods and you follow the raw juicing and you don't deviate, you will get the results you're looking for. You will get the big reduction in insulin and in most cases off insulin and off all things that become diabetes free. But it's up to you, and that's the big key, is a must stress that you are the controller of it, not me. I can show you what to do, but I can't force you into doing it. That's not all for juicing. Some of it's for juicing, some of it's for salads. But I figured you might be a bit thirsty, so I'll do a bit of a juice first. So the mainstay of all the juices is your cucumber, because it's very high in alkaline and it's very high in electrical current and vegetable current. Everything's got a current to it. This is the highest, in any quantity you like. Just remember, you won't be hungry. Every time you get hungry, you have another salad or another juice. The big thing is don't go hungry. You'll have more energy. On the third day, I was talking about on day 1 and 2, you're actually getting used to it. Day 3 is actually the hardest day for us all. It'll be the hardest day for me as well. Anybody that comes on this diet, day 3 is the hardest. Day 7, day 14, day 21, day 28, they're all hard days. It seems to be every 7 days. But the first big one is the day 3. And if you can go to bed and sleep, take it easy on yourself, because it'll affect your mind, it'll affect you emotionally. Yeah. Your thoughts will go crazy. You watch other people eating normal food. Everywhere you go, there'll be food coming at you. When you look at the TV, there'll be food there. After day 3, it doesn't matter. When I first did it, my wife and my daughter were eating Kentucky Fried Chicken twice. The first time I did it, my nose was like a rabbit. The second time, I didn't care. Because once you start feeding yourself this stuff, you just want more of it. The hardest thing is at the end, you don't want to go off it because you know you're feeling so good. That might sound a bit difficult to understand that now, but when you come to the end, it's time to start cooking normal food again and putting normal cooked food in your mouth, you're going to say, it doesn't taste nice. Steak still doesn't taste nice to me. It's just the way it is. It's because your body changes. You know, people think you're a bit strange when you walk into the supermarket and you see a bit of silver beet and you get excited about it. Other people are excited about the oysters in the steak and you get excited about silver beet. That's not because you're brainwashed into it, that's because your body knows that's the best to put in there. You probably will understand it more as we go through. These are one of the better juices that just self-feeds themselves, so you just keep getting it in there. And the rubbish comes out this end, the juice comes out the other end. So the greener your juice, the better you, and the more alkaline you've got. You've got to stay away from your oranges. You can kick with lemons, grapefruit. They all go to alkaline in your body when you metabolise it. So I always make this my mainstay. It's always cucumber is the main. When you put the lemons in there, what the lemons do, they're as acidic as they are. When you metabolise them into alkaline. So when they go alkaline in your stomach, that's what you're looking for. Right? So everything is aiding your body to go alkaline. So if you're feeling a bit funny and you feel a bit like that you haven't got any energy, then you need to get into a vitamin B. Energy will go sky high, but just remember that the energy goes high, but you haven't got the endurance that you would normally have. The endurance you have out of some of the other ones, out of eating normal food, will be a lot better than what it will be out of the juice. Here's your straight cucumber. A lot of you know people with grapefruit trees, get friendly with them, look at grapefruit and their lemons. There's lemons everywhere up here. If you get really stuck, come and see me, because I've got a lemon tree that keeps throwing them out. Faster than we can eat them. They're actually great for you. The other thing when you're putting lemons in, it's also preserving your fruits and your juices. It acts as a preservative. And the other thing I like is this is what they call the lemonade apple. It used to be called the Golden Delicious, I think. Greenery in there. This is the next thing you can get to insulin, is the green of a silver beet. Now it comes out very, very dark green. But you can see that in there too, it's no problem. The reason I don't do too much of the celery is because celery strings up everything. We'll throw a few bits in here. If you've got high blood pressure, celery is your answer. But don't be frightened to put ginger in it. Ginger adds a nice taste to everything. I like it because a lot of people don't, and that way I can get to eat more juice without anyone else taking it. So you just try and if you want, you can have bottles with every different vegetable or fruit in it, juice, so that you can get the mix right to suit your taste. This is my taste, so just because I say I like this one and it's good, it might not be quite what you want, so you might need more silver beet, or you might need more lemon, or whatever. But you make it so that it suits you. Now all that I just put in there, it'd be pretty impossible for you to eat that in one sitting, but it would be quite easy for you to drink that. Okay, so these are your juicing. You got any questions on juicing? And the other thing I had with the juicing, the centrifugal fast juices, so you use a lot more vegetables and get a lot less juice. These are one of the best, the vertical drop-in ones. Comes round and it's very slow squeezing action, so that's the best way to have your juice rather than the centrifugal. Cabbage and your salads. The variations you can make on this is huge, and don't be frightened to play with it, don't be frightened to change it. You can use lettuce, you can do anything you want. I choose cabbage because I don't like lettuce too much. I'll leave that for the rabbits. So that's one part of a salad. This is what else I do with it. I always chop up, just bang that into there. It's almost done. Take half of one of these. And again, you can make this up in a huge quantity and just keep it in the fridge. It'll last about 3 days before you got to start thinking about throwing it away. And what I add to that, just to make it a little bit different, is pumpkin seeds. And you should be eating those by the handful anyway every day, because that's what's very, very good for your health. And the same with sunflower seeds. If you want a nibble, not too many, but you can have a handful of each a day. So, the other thing you can add to it, you can add chickpeas. There's only, in those ones, you've got to look at them all because some of them are different. There's only 0.4 sugar in those chickpeas. You can buy your own and soak them overnight and they'll be the same. That's instant protein. 4 mixed beans, you can add that to it. You can add lentils in the spring water. Just rinse them and put them through your salad. Gives it a bit of body, gives it a bit of a different taste. I use that one with the red top. There's no sugar in that, and there's a bit of a mayonnaise, which is actually quite nice. The other thing is tahini, whole tahini. This is the natural sort of base to a very easy sauce. Do you like garlic? You guys all like garlic? Yeah. The base I use mainly is olive oil. So just pour your olive oil in here. Enough for a little bit. That keeps, you don't have to worry about it not keeping, it will keep. Keeps for quite a bit, long time. Balsamic vinegar, you can use that straight on there yourself, or you can pour it into this one to make it a little bit more thin. That's what I usually do, put a bit in there like that. Garlic, you like it good and nice and garlic, you just bang that in there. So you get that moving. So you'll find it's quite easy to add this stuff to it, but it's very hard to take it away. So I wouldn't put any more than that amount at a time. So like I say, it's easy to put it in there, but it's hard to thin it out. There's your dressing made. So now all you need to do is you add your tomatoes, whatever else you want to, because they don't keep that well. So you just chop them up when you're ready. And I usually put reasonably big pieces of tomato in. You can dress this up any which way you want, as long as you get it into you. And it's the same with the avocados. Avocados are particularly good for you. You can use as much avocado as you want. So there's your avocado. Pity that's a small blend, otherwise we'd eat the stone. But with a decent sized blender, you can chop that stone up into your food as well, which makes it even better. Don't be shy with it, that's alright, it won't hurt you. There's more there. This stuff in here is a bit of an acquired taste. Yeah, so just try that.